Hits for the pound.
Yeah, this is how we do it in the Central Colors, man. We got 40 ounces, Old English, rag tops, 6'4" Impalas, and bikini girls, man. This is how we do it on the West Coast. San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But don't forget about the Central Cali, man. Please don't forget about the Central Cali. Yeah, get 'em.
It's another sunny day in the state of California. Low rider palm trees and G's that put it on ya. This ain't a negative, we speaking ebonics. Rank talk, candy paint on D's with hydraulics. Baseball hat with the sticker on the brim. Don't let the sun blind your sight, cause things can get grim. But I'm not here to talk about banana clips and guns. We're going back to Cali and we're gonna have some fun. A West Coast domination.
And welcome back to Two Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura. I'm here in Monterey County, also known to the world as the Salad Bowl, also known as the Salinas Valley. To the people in LA, we are north. To the people in San Francisco, we are south. Right smack in the middle, best of both worlds. Don't forget about the Central Cali. Guys, hey, the first one of 2025. Hey, thank you. Hey, you know what? We made it, you know. And yet here we are, right? First and foremost, before we get on with anything else, guys, I also want to give a shout out to a good friend, Jesus Morales. Man, I appreciate you, my brother, for everything. There will be changes coming, thanks to his contribution to Two Face Entertainment. There's a few changes coming as far as the look. I haven't had time to put the stuff up yet, but I mean, we will get to that when we get to it. But yeah, that's what's going on there. And just, you know what? I want to talk about 2025 and not what I expect, is how I plan to handle things, how we see things, and and the plans for the channel as well. Let me get to the plans for the channel as well first. Here's the thing. There will be changes coming as far as the look. That's one. Number two is there will be interviews. I have some great interviews lined up for this podcast. We're gonna make it officially a podcast and have good interviews, good topics, so on and so forth. And I think it'll just give you a more insight look into a lot of other things. I hope to bring you, and all in good positive stuff, not just, you know, debatable stuff, but it'll bring a good topics to view, as well as I also have plans to give you guys a little more content as far as outside of this podcasting, adding more content as far as the surrounding areas of where I'm at, show people that, you know, where we're at and what's around us and stuff, film locations, so on and so forth, and really just kind of, you know, display that a little bit more into the channel, to allow people to see what we have out here in this beautiful part of the Golden State, in the Central California, right? And that's where I'm at with that. As far as the year 2025, not ignoring 2024, I dare say 2024 was a you know, had its bumps in the road. I will say that. But it was a good year. I will state that. It was a good year. You know what, guys? There's no sense in dwelling in things that have happened, you know, maybe because they didn't go your way, or, you know, or you lost friends due to them turning into into them showing their true colors. You know, that happens every year. That happens all the time. It's not a new year, new me kind of deal. Hey, things are what they are. Hey, it's more on them than it is on oneself, you know. I just, you know, we proceed ahead, we move forward. And you know what? there's a reason why that happened. I believe that without getting preachy in here, I believe that God took them out of your life or takes them out of our lives for a very good reason, because there's a bigger plan. And sometimes we have to go through certain things with in life or with people to perhaps get to the next stage in our life that's going to be a lot better than what we previously had. So, I think that I also feel like whatever negative, whatever hostile things comes towards one, handle it accordingly, and that's the end of that. There's no sense in dwelling on what we can't control. If people or certain things happen in that way, you know what? It's only for a limited time. We proceed ahead, we move forward. That's just the bottom line. Would I change anything as far as anything that's happened? No, I would not change anything. I believe that that these things are necessary in life sometimes. We need sometimes that cleansing from oneself, that reflection, that cleansing of even surrounding people who perhaps have bad intentions for you. So, I mean, we could look at it as a negative and feel like, oh, and dwell on whatever. But no, I think it's a minor setback for a major comeback, as the infamous Boosie talks about, right? Major setback for a major comeback. That's really what it is. And that's not just me speaking out, just like, oh yeah, hey, I'm being positive, and no, I truly believe in those kind of things. I also believe that in not trying to do anything bad for to anybody. Some people may call it karma. Some people call it whatever they call it. Again, in Spanish, it's no nos vamos de este mundo sin pagar las que debemos, meaning that we're not going to leave this earth without paying what we owe, right? If we did somebody dirty, we did somebody something bad, and then it could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 20 years. We look back, and then things start to fall apart on us. Karma catches up, if you will, right? And then we start to question ourselves: why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Well, I think if we stop and reflect back a little bit about what we do in this life, we will have our answers. Maybe it's not always what we want to hear, because maybe, we are not in that mind frame. We are not that same person no more. But unfortunately, at one point in time, we did something bad, and that's what we have to deal with. That's just the reality of things. That's how I view things. Whether you believe in it or not, I mean, that's my belief, But I don't think, but now being a lot older, being more like, hey, what, they teach their own. Whatever happens to them after this situation, and I'm not trying to say, hey, I'm the good guy, I'm the good, I'm the good, but I'm really, as I stated before, I'm only human. I'm only human, and I do I get angry? Do I get upset? Yeah, sometimes maybe this and that. But I'm trying, as Jules in Pulp Fiction, I'm trying very hard to be the righteous man. And that's a good thing, because that's growth. That's as far as me trying to change, myself, and trying to change, how I view things. Feeling like I don't want to end up leaving this world with hatred in my heart, and that's just my perspective on things. Now, whatever happens to the people who do other people dirty, who whatever the situation is, um, I don't wish anything bad on them. But whatever happens after that, it's out of our hands. It's out of our hands. So I try really hard. It's a very hard thing to deal with. But I mean, 2025. That's just my perspective on it. 2025. I also feel and it's not a new me, new year, all this other stuff. No, I've been feeling this way already since last year. And I don't feel like, oh, I gotta come into the new year to cut people off. Hey, you know what? The moment you do some whatever, I right then and there. I don't wait till the following year. It's just I cut them off. Do I block people from social media? Do I do this and this and that? I have, but I'm not gonna waste time on doing all that stuff. You know, if they feel that strongly about it, they can delete themselves or block themselves away from me. But if they're still there, they're lingering for a reason. That's not my problem. That's theirs. Um, but on the more positive note, if you will, I hope that this year things change for a lot of people. Being that there's the whole celebrities, high end celebrities, uh, being exposed, if you will. I really hope that for the sake of this next generation, that we that we wake up a little bit and start to see that everything that glistens is not gold. You know what happens on social media is simply a highlight reel. It's not a reality. Um, I can rent an Airbnb and put like, oh, this is where I live, and this and that, and to the teenage kid at home who doesn't have the high end stuff, I could rent a car and I could do all this other stuff. I'm damaging that person. That's how I see it. um, I'm damaging that child because that child's starting to believe that it's almost like the kid that doesn't have the name brand stuff. It's gone further now. You gotta have the house, you gotta have the car, you gotta have the amount of money and stuff. And a lot of it's fake. It's fake. So I refuse to do that. I refuse to do something like that. I hope that people start to wake up and realize, just like in my generation, we grew up knowing like, oh, it's just a movie, it's not real. Well, I think this generation missed that, and I hope that in 2025, um, those of us that are, of age and over the age of at least 35, start enhancing that to the youth, you know, um, because it's looking bad. It's looking really bad, and there's no reason for anybody to feel uh, uh, depression and depressed because they feel they don't have or fit into to the world, this facade of a world, this social media world that doesn't exist in our real world. It exists in social media. So for 2025, truly, from the bottom of my heart, that's really what I wish for, and I hope that we, that happens in reality. Uh, Stop worshiping people that are not what they're cut out to be. Think for yourself. Understand the value of a dollar, what things cost, what it takes to earn something. If again, if it was up to me, I'd live in a mansion. I'd have you know, I'd have the high end car. I'd have just a whole lot of things, but that's not a reality. What I need and what I want are two different things. I have what I need, and I'm content with that. Do I want more? Yeah, but until that point, I am not going to stress myself out over something that may not come. So with that being said, I'm going to enjoy life, and I wish you all the best as well. You know, so as we proceed forward in 2025, again, I'm going to bring you guys some great content, some very interesting things coming forward here at Two Face Entertainment. There's also new music coming in 2025 from artists on Two Face Entertainment. And I'm doing some new music as well. So on and so forth, guys. I mean, really, that's really what it is. It's you know what? I'll deal with things accordingly. I know storms coming here and there. I'll deal with things accordingly. But until that, and handle it accordingly. But I am not going to stop living my life. I'm going to proceed forward and keep moving forward and keep doing what I got to do. Necessarily without any hate in my heart, without any malice towards anybody or anything. We continue to move forward, and that's it. That's it. And I wish you all the best as well. With that, guys, this is Two Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, wishing you all a prosperous and great 2025. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it. Let's bring the reality check this year. Let this 2025 be the reality check. Anyhow, guys, this is Fred Segura signing out.
Shake the fist, suckers pitching me rolling. Why you so mad? Why you so serious? You're in my rear view like the slow and delirious. Keep on mashing, getting plenty action. The home of the G's and pimps, I love it with a passion. Throw it up, it's California, where the sun lays to rest like every day. The home of the color rack, swap meets and bangers. Chuck Taylor's, Lolos, and them real dope slangers. This is reality, it's where I stay. Along the Pacific in the state of CA. Golden State, from Frisco to Compton and back to Central Cali where the party keeps rocking. It's a California state of mind, and you can't be mad, that's just how we ride. Golden State.
But it's really for me. I'm not saying that I'm greedy, but hip-hop is needy, so what the hell do you expect from me? It's the passion, I finally understand it. I'm hiding in the trees like a male praying mantis, searching for my prey. God, please come and bless me, help relieve my stress so I don't worry about death. Never said I was leaving, but dreaming on like Steven. Fallen angel, I'm Zeppelin, not ready for heaven. So please tell me, is there another way? So I can look up in the sky and say thank you for these better days.
1, 2, Vegas coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, hip hop with a twist. 7, 8, please don't hate. 1, 2, Vegas coming for you.